Use your skills to create effects like this and share them online without leaving the browser. I'll open the editor for this one to show you the HTML keyframes, but first you need to understand how the Kudela works. Importing HTML is actually changing the inner HTML of the editor's canvas. This can be done by the UI, but DevTools also works. We have to ensure security. Therefore, iframe, script, style and link tags are not allowed, as well as JavaScript in any form or elements with fixed or sticky position. Let's check the HTML of our effect. The outer container ensures the background color and the font, but also takes the whole screen and places its content in the center. The inner container has position and top because we want to be able to move everything vertically. One level deeper, we found a column of two boxes, stick one over the other, but having the same style. Display flex and justify content place the childs in the middle, while position, width and aspect ratio are handling the size and flow. But critical for our structure is overflow hidden because we want to show elements partially later in the animation. Finally, we have elements with text in each box. While they are identical in display, align items, position, font size, rotation and text stroke, they have difference in the vertical placement because one should be visible just above the bottom edge of the box, while the other should be hidden right above the top edge of the box. The text color is also different because the bottom text will be used to fill the top with content. Only one of the two is visible now in the center of the screen, but this is exactly what we need to achieve the animation we want. Everything is ready to start building the effect. That's why more knowledge about the editor is needed. Every Kudela animation consists of keyframes that are copies of the initial HTML template, but with difference in the style. The JavaScript engine will transition all CSS properties with numerical values that has the same format but are not equal. For example, if I create a keyframe and change the color of the visible text, the engine will transition between the colors, but if the changed value has different format, the transition won't be possible because there is no clear start and end. The engine can handle changes of multiple CSS properties on multiple HTML elements, which makes the real difference. Let's go back to our animation. There are some keyframes in the middle, but the start and the end are enough to explain the core of the effect. We need to move the visible text down to go outside the box flow and height, while moving the hidden text back into the box and make it visible. We transition the text from one style to another, but the position changes. That's why we need to move the container of the boxes up to keep the text aligned in the center. Those are the basics of the animation. Now I'll duplicate the points at the end to create zones without transitions. Then we'll put points in the middle to add some rotation on top of the text switch. This is the final shape of the effect. I'll paste a link below if you want to play with this one, but you can implement your ideas knowing the technology behind the Kudela. In my next videos, I'll show you another effects and how to turn CSS animations into interactive applications without leaving the browser and without touching any JavaScript.